Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Camille. Today I'm going to be doing the March reading for the sign of Leo. If you're new to this channel and you like the content that you see today, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. Since I talk about astrology in this channel, I'm going to put a description in the description box below about how the current planetary transits may or may not relate to you. I also have another channel that I'm also going to link in the description box below, and that one talks about like the law of attraction, manifestation, basically like changing your perspective to change your life, and I'm working on recording the videos for that. So if you're interested, go ahead and check that channel out as well. I think that's all I have to say for you guys for now. So let's go ahead and get into your reading. I've already pulled the cards for you guys and meditated on your energy, Leo. So the first card that I got for you guys is, if I could get it, the Six of Cups, and that's clarified by this card, nourishment. So the Six of Cups traditionally is like the past. There's some children on here. This talks about childhood memories, the past, but especially like being emotionally fulfilled in the past. So I just feel like for some of you guys, especially paired with the nourishment card, some of you guys are thinking about specifically somebody, maybe like an old boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever, that used to fulfill you, that used to make you happy, somebody who was in your life in the past. For others of you, I feel like it could be anything. It could be anything that satisfied you in the past. It could be even a job, like old jobs that satisfied you. I feel like some of you are thinking about like your childhood, things that you used to do in the past, like when you were a kid, you know, like maybe you used to get things from people, you used to get things from people, things that make you feel like emotionally happy, or you used to give things to people, like do things for people. But either way, I just feel like it's something that used to make you happy in the past that you're thinking about right now, that is probably a good idea for you to bring back into your life, like nourish. Nourishment is basically like putting energy, taking care of something, putting energy into it, something that you want to put energy into. I'm like, what the hell is that? I don't know why the reflection just like a dot right here. What is that? That is so weird. My eyelash is reflecting off of my face. Anyway, I feel like some of you guys, you need to get back to doing that, whatever it is. It made you feel really happy. It made you feel very fulfilled. Something that you used to do when you were a kid. I don't know if this is a sport, an activity, maybe you used to go volunteer, help people. Maybe you used to help kids. I don't know, like, maybe when you were a teenager or something like that. Some of you maybe it is working with kids. It makes you feel happy. And for some of you, this is definitely somebody who used to make you might have known this person when you were a kid. Maybe you guys actually had like a little childhood bond. Maybe it was your friend when you were a kid. Or, you guys have known each other ever since you were kids, basically, and they made you happy. And maybe you were thinking about a relationship with them. I don't know what the situation specifically is. Like, if you want to know into detail, you can get a personal reading for that. But it's definitely something with what used to make you happy in the past. Who used to make you happy in the past, or what used to make you happy in the past. And I mean actually happy. I don't mean a motherfucker who made you happy for a little bit and then they was cheating on you and doing some fucked up shit and then, like actually made you happy. It's a healthy type of happiness, basically. Okay, so the next card that I have for you guys is the Page of Swords upright. And that's clarified by this card, cheerfulness. So, generally, the Page of Swords upright is like a, I guess I would say a less mature energy. It doesn't always have to be like an immature energy, but it's a page, so it's the beginning of the swords. Like you get the Ace of Swords, and then you got the page, and you got the knight, and then you got the king or queen. So it's the beginning of something. But I feel like some of you guys, like, especially if it's clarified with this card, cheerfulness, I feel like some of y'all, maybe you've been communicating with people, because the swords are about the mind and communication. I feel like some of you guys have been communicating, like, kind of, usually this person, like, the Page of Swords could be immature. Like, they could be petty with people. They could communicate petty, like, I feel like some of you guys have been kind of communicating petty with people, or you've just been kind of like real short and sweet with them, kind of like be mean or like an asshole, you know, or like a bitch. Like, you know, I just feel like the universe is trying to tell you, like, you know, maybe try to communicate better. Or when people ask you how your day is, you're just like, oh, well, there's nothing really good going on, and I'm going through all this shit right now. And it's just like the universe is like, okay, well, what the fuck are you happy about? Because you are alive and you're breathing, and you probably have all your limbs, and you have a roof over your head. And if not, I mean, I don't know your specific situation, but you probably got a lot of good things going on for yourself. And I think that it's time for you to be grateful for that, basically. So I feel like for some of you, you know, this ain't everybody, but for some of you, you definitely need to start communicating to people about what is going good for you. If you can't find really specifically, if there's a lot of shit going on with you, you know, that's not to take from the fact that there might be shit going on with you, because shit goes on with everybody. And it could be some real actually bad shit, but it's just to say, what are you grateful for? Communicate that, you know, put that energy out, because the energy you give out is the energy you give back. So how about you try to communicate in a way that speaks positively about what's going on in your life, instead of focusing on what's not going on great in your life? How about you communicate with people in that way? And I think that it will help change your life a lot. For some of you, this, I feel like, has to do with is people probably like in the workplace, or maybe it's just people around you. If it definitely is like a work situation or some kind of drama situation where basically people are like talking to you crazy, or they just pretty much got you fucked up, and it's telling you to communicate cheerfully with them, you know, like it's basically like kill them with kindness, you know, like if a motherfucker just saying stupid shit to you and just being immature, and it's basically like it's like if a motherfucker be like, you stupid as fuck, and you just be like, okay, thanks, bye. Like, they'll just be like, what the fuck is wrong with that person? Like, you know, like whatever somebody tries to insult you with, just say okay, or just be like, well, I know I'm not stupid, or just say okay, or, you know, whatever remark, but just kill them with kindness, you know. Oh, I'm sorry you feel that way. That's it. And just keep it pushing. Don't allow people to lower your vibration, you know, because the Page of Swords also is like a real light energy, very, very light, very like, you know, they too much don't give a fuck. Like a lot of times, like a kid, you know, kids, yes, they'll get upset about something, but sometimes they really just don't give a fuck about what you're talking about, because it's depressing, or it's like it's gonna bring their energy low, so they're just like, okay. Like if you ever seen a kid and they don't want to be around somebody because they fucking constantly preach to that kid or something, or they just don't like their vibes, they'll be like, I don't want to go by them. No. They'll be like, say hi to so-and-so, or like, go over there. Like your parents will try to get you to go over by them, and you're like, I don't want to go by that person because I don't like them. And you just go do something else. And you're like, why are you not going over there? Because kids know. They're like, I don't want to be around people or things that make me feel shitty, or that make me not feel good, or I'm just not going to entertain it. So this is pretty much, I feel like for some of you, you just need to kill some people with kindness. Like, keep your happy composure no matter what. Okay, so the next card I have for you guys is the Seven of Cups, and this is clarified by the card Maturity. So the Seven of Cups, oh shit, this is the Eight of Cups. I'm so sorry. This is not the Seven of Cups, it's the Eight of Cups. It's still Mercury retrograde, so please just bear with me with all the fucking communication stuff. the Mercury retrograde has been crazy for me, y'all. Like, literally, it's been the craziest shit. Mercury retrograde in Pisces, I don't want it anymore, ever, again, ever. Literally, like, my fucking lights went out, like, the water stopped working, like, the stupidest, craziest shit. Like, I woke up one day and my phone just didn't cut on. It was fine when I went to sleep, and it just didn't cut on. It just didn't. It was like, all right, I'm good. I'm out of here. So, if you don't even know about Mercury retrograde, because you might be like, what the fuck is she talking about? What the fuck is a Mercury retrograde? It's like pretty much when communication and things go haywire, you might misunderstand people and all that stuff. So that's why I'm telling you, if I mess up on some of the things on the cards or say something that you don't quite understand, please forgive me, because it's a little crazy right now. It's going to be over with in a little bit, but you know, there's been some crazy stuff. But if you've been having some crazy stuff going on, hey, maybe you know why now. Because Mercury's been retrograde in Pisces, where literally shit just gets lost in the ether and you don't know what the fuck is happening or why. You just gotta let that shit fly. But anyway, this is the Eight of Cups. And that's clarified by the card Maturity. So I feel like for some of you, this is stuff that you want. Actually, I feel like for most of you, this is shit that you want. This is specifically actually things you want. Like there's, if I could get this to go in the camera. It's like a person. I don't know what the fuck that is. Like a holy ghost. I'm not sure what that is. A snake, a dragon, a wreath. You know, this could be like success or a person or actual jewelry. Like shit that you want. Like actual things that you want that are physical stuff. Like a new house. You want protection. There's things that you want, I feel like, right now. And when it's clarified by the Maturity card, I feel like there's nothing wrong with wanting what you want. Everybody wants shit, and you're here to get shit. Like, material shit is not bad to have. It's just that why you want it is what is very important, because it's a lot of examples of people who get every fucking thing that they want. Physically, everything they want. They get the person that they want, they get the house and the life and the body and every fucking thing that they want, and they still are upset with shit in life. They don't like their lives, or they still don't like themselves. So I feel like what this card is trying to tell you is just like, or what the universe is trying to tell you, that yes, it's okay to want things, Leo, but why do you want them? Do you want them just to have them for like self-validation, you know? It's the thing that you want from the stuff that you get. It's not the shit that you want, really. So if you want some jewelry to make you feel better about yourself, for other people to validate you, just validate yourself, literally. Like, you shouldn't want jewelry for people to validate you. You should want to just be validated yourself. Start there first, because I'm telling you, you could get every fucking thing that you want, but you won't have the feelings from the thing, because it comes from the inside. That shit comes from the inside. You can surround yourself on the outside with every fucking thing in the world, but what you really want is, what you're really seeking is an inside thing. You can have still the outside thing, but I'm telling you, if you get it, it's not going to be the same. You won't have what you want from it, you know? Even if it's a person, you want that person because you want to feel loved. You have to feel loved already. Feel loved already, and you'll get that person. You can get everything that you want, really. Everything. Everything that you actually want. But why do you want it? And then once you figure out why you want it, practice feeling already validated. Practice already feeling like you're important. Practice already feeling like you're loved. Feel that way already, and then those things will come. And then when they come, you'll appreciate them. You'll know what to do with them, because there's no point. I definitely feel like it has something to do with that. And I definitely feel like some of you guys are being mature about what you want. I feel like some of y'all, you know, a lot of times this has to do with like a person just kind of, you know, since it's in the clouds, it's like, you know, daydreaming about things, you know, not really being realistic and stuff like that. I feel like some of you know what you want, and now it's time to put this into play. Like, stop daydreaming about what you want and take action towards what you want. Being like, oh, it'd be so nice if I had that. It's good to do that, because you should actually visualize the things that you want to have and feel the feelings of like if you did have them. But now, you know, maturity talks about, I had looked up the definition. It talks about, you know, adulthood and growing up. And what else? pretty much adulthood and growing up and being more realistic about something. And that's pretty much like, okay, I want all these things. I want to be this person. I want to be that. And now what am I willing to do to get those things? Like, what am I willing to sacrifice, or what kind of work am I willing to put in to get those things? It's not just about thinking about it anymore. Now it's time to take action towards it. Because, you know, kids even have dreams. Everybody has dreams. But now what are you going to do to get towards it? To move towards it, to have it, to actually physically have these things in your environment? What are you going to do? So, the next card that I have for you guys is the Queen of Cups. And that's clarified. I cannot get these cards today. That's clarified by the word, oh my God, by the word recognition. Okay, so the Queen of Cups is someone who is, even though it's a queen, it could be a male or female, but it's just taking on the energy of having control over your emotions, being creative, being intuitive, nourishing things, nourishing yourself and like people around you. They're very nurturing and nourishing. Like they take care of themselves, and they take care of the people around them that they care about, and they take care of the things that they care about. And when this is clarified by the card recognition, I just feel like for some of you, I feel like this is you. This is you. And this is something that you feel like she's like holding like a little trophy thing in her hand. That's something that you feel like is important to you. Maybe it's your skills or your talents, or just something you feel like is important. And I feel like you want recognition for something that you've been putting your time and energy into. Something that you've been nurturing, putting your time and energy into, really just taking care of. And maybe it's yourself, and maybe it's a relationship or a project or something, but you want recognition for it. And I feel like you can get it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's in the upright. So I feel like some of you guys are getting recognition for this. If not, this is just what you want. And if this is kind of like where you feel like you want to be, then it's just to put time and energy into yourself, into taking care of yourself, and into the things that you actually want to do. But I do feel like some of you guys are actually getting recognition for this, whatever it is. Or you're getting recognition yourself for helping other people, for being nurturing, for just being the person that you are. You're getting recognition for this. For just being caring and loving to people around you. For some of you, I feel like this is a person, a woman specifically, a water sign woman, like a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio woman who I feel like you want her to recognize you. Like you have something important, or you are someone important, and you want her to recognize you. This is just for like a few of you. And I feel like she might actually recognize you for like your value. This might be somebody that like you're in love with, or you like a lot, or you talk to. But I feel like she understands. Intuitively, she sees you for who you really are. Okay, so the next card that I have for you guys is the Ace of Swords in reverse. And that's clarified by the card Emergence. So the Ace of Swords in reverse is, it's basically like, okay, upright is basically like, this is like the hand of the universe, God, spirit, whatever you believe in as a higher power. And this is like the mind. This is communication. It's communication or the mind, or just having clarity about something that's going on in your life. Like you get an aha moment, like, okay, well, this is what I'm supposed to do in life. Or like, this is what's going on with this relationship. Or, you know, it's just like when you figure out the answer to the problem, is the universe giving you the answer to the problem that you've been wondering about. Or giving you like, you know, new ideas, new things to work with, basically. Like if you have like a real, like, you have like a really good idea that you're like, oh shit, I should like do this, or I should like start this channel, or I should like start this business, or like I have some like really good ideas, like it just comes to you. Like that's what this is. upright. But when it's in reverse, this is not having clarity, being confused, not really thinking straight, not really knowing all the facts of what's going on right now. And I feel like definitely there's a situation with some of you guys. Now this could go all across the board. If it's a love situation, you're not really sure what the fuck's going on with that person or why they're acting that way or something like that. You want to know, like, if they're cheating on you. You want to know if there's another person. You want to know what is going on basically with that person. If this is a work situation and you're not sure what the fuck is going on there, or like, you know, what's going on with your boss, just any kind of situation, a work situation, a love situation, or a life situation in general, where you're like, I don't know really what I'm supposed to be doing right now. What should I do? How can I make more money? Anything, literally. So with emergence, like, the word emergence is like the process of coming into view or becoming exposed after being concealed. Literally becoming known, coming into the light. You are going to find out. This card means, you know, being confused about it when it's in reverse, but with this, paired with this emergence, you're going to find out what the fuck has been going on. You're going to get the answers to your problems very soon. Very, very soon. Like, if you've been questioning a person, a job, yourself, whatever's been going on with you, the universe is going to deliver those answers to you. The truth is going to come to light, basically. If you feel like somebody hasn't been being honest, the truth is going to come to light about that, a work situation, or what it is that you're supposed to be doing. Some kind of question that you ask the universe, that you ask God, that you want to answer to. If you haven't asked already, then you should. You should ask. If you ever want to know anything, ask a question. Ask and you shall receive. So the next card that I have for you guys is the 8 of Wands upright, and it's clarified by 2 cards actually. Empathy and release. So I definitely feel like this might be a continuation of the last thing that I was just talking about. Some of you guys, like, whenever this truth comes to light about whatever has been going on, you're gonna get a lot of communication about it. I mean, a lot. I mean, this could be some, like, drama, really, honestly, some drama about some shit or whatever. Like, you're gonna be getting, like, if this is over social media, like, people are gonna be you're just gonna get a lot of communication from people. Emails, social media, whatever. People are gonna be giving you their opinion about whatever the fuck went down between you or a situation that had something to do with you. And when it's clarified by them cards, release and empathy, I feel like they're just opinions. I feel like some of you guys may want to take this personally, and this could have happened already, you know, because this is for March. So I don't know if it did or did not happen. If it's happening right now or if it happened already, I feel like if you went about the situation where you started to take everything personally and you started to really feed into all of what everybody was saying, it's time to stop listening to people about whatever the fuck went down. If this is you know, a future situation, you've been looking for answers and you haven't received them yet, you will. And I feel like the people's opinions, it doesn't matter. With release and empathy, empathy is literally being understanding about people's perspectives, like trying to put yourself in their shoes to understand why they would say something like that or why they would do something like that or whatever. Be empathetic about someone else's opinions or why they would do anything. That doesn't mean that you have to like them or be around them or anything like that. But it's just to instead of being so judgmental, the universe wants you to be empathetic. Like, okay, well, maybe they did this because of this, or they just don't know no better. Or be empathetic to the people who are trying to tell you all this stuff. These people are trying to, like, you know, I don't exactly know what they're saying or whatever, but it's like people, it's just so many messages. I feel like some people are trying to, like, verbally attack you. Like, I just feel like people are really just, like, getting all in your space, you know, saying all type of shit to you, and it's just like, try to be empathetic. Like, you know what, these people really don't know no better. I know the truth, and I know how I feel about it, and, you know, that's really all that matters. I know me, I know who I am, I know how I feel about the situation. That's all that matters. Because release means to let it go, literally. These things are gonna come in to you, these messages or whatever, be like, okay, sure, whatever, you know, but then just let it go. Just be like, all right, you know, that means like, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. You see these wands flying in the air? They're going somewhere. Like, if you just stood there and you took it personally, they would all hit you. And then they would all make you feel some type of way. They would all lower your vibration or make you feel down or make you feel bad. But if you move yourself out of the way, or if you, remove your emotions from that situation and just be like, you know what, this isn't for me. This doesn't mean anything to me because I know it's not my situation. If it don't apply, let it fly. That's what this means. Not necessarily what this card means, but this what I believe what it means in this situation. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. Let it fly. If people's opinions about you or whatever the fuck went down, you know what happened. Why would you, listen to them? If it don't apply, let it fly. Keep it moving. Keep it pushing. Don't let those things stick to you. But you don't have to come down to everybody and feel like, fuck everybody basically because they feel some type of way. People are always going to have their opinions about you now until the day you die and even after. That does not matter. Just, you can say something to the people, let them know like, okay, thank you, whatever. I don't believe this is true. You don't know what's going on, so it's best to not try to speak on it. But then don't take it personally. I definitely feel like this is some situation, to be honest, with just a lot of drama. And people are just coming at you and having a lot of questions or having a lot of opinions about your life. And you're just like, what the fuck? This is all these people trying to talk to me about something. Like, you just have to let that shit go. Because you know what's real. You know what's up. Okay, so the next card that I have for you guys is the Devil card in reverse. And that's clarified by the Wisdom card. So the Devil card upright is like feeling like you're trapped, feeling like you're confined, feeling like mentally feeling trapped and physically feeling trapped, because everything starts in the mind, really. Feeling like you're trapped to a person, place, or thing. This a lot of times, is a man and woman. It's like a relationship. It could be a male or woman. It doesn't really matter what kind of relationship it is, but feeling like you're trapped and chained to this person. And usually it's lower vibrational energy because they have good sex, or because they buy you shit, or because you're addicted to something from this person, or they're addicted to something from you. But in this case, I feel like you would be addicted to something from this person, feeling like you're trapped or chained to even a job, even a place, a city, a town, whatever it is. You just feel like you cannot get away. You can't get out. That's how this card is. Feeling trapped. But really you're not trapped. Like, these chains on these people, they're loose. They can get them right over their head. It's not actually choking them up in the neck or nothing like that. They can get right out of there. And it's like, this is like the devil, like he's supposed to be making you believe that you're really trapped, making you believe that, you have to suffer and that you actually have to be here. But really, like, this is in it's your mind trapping you, making you feel like you have to be that way. But it's in the reverse. And since it's clarified, what did I do with that card? By the card Wisdom, I feel like, okay, if some of y'all feel trapped in a situation, like, you know better now. You know this isn't for you. You know this job isn't for you. You know that city or that town or that place isn't for you. And this also has to do with, upright addictions. Literally, like, being addicted to whatever, sex, drugs, alcohol. Like, you cannot go without it. You don't know how, you don't have the strength to go without it. And I feel like you guys know better. Like, when you know better, you do better. In reverse, it's letting go of that. Not feeling tied or trapped or chained. Letting go of things or even thoughts that make you feel trapped. You have gained the wisdom and you know better. You know you're not supposed to be in that situation no more. You know you're not supposed to be with that person no more. You know better. Now you just got to do better. And I feel like some of you guys definitely are doing better since it's in the reverse. I feel like you guys are letting those things go. People, places, and things that just don't serve you no more. And if you're not, then you know better. You know that it's best for you and better for you to let go of that, because it will be replaced with something better. I promise. Anytime you let go of something, the universe will replace it with what you want and something better. But first you have to let go, because there's not room for the two. You have to, make room for it. So I feel like you guys know better now, and it's just time for you to do better. And congratulations if you really have been letting go of things that no longer serve you anymore, because that's hard, especially if you've been doing it for years and years, or you're just very used to it. A lot of times that's hard, and sometimes people don't even get to accomplish that in this lifetime. So congratulations for doing that. The next card that I have for you guys is the Hangman, and actually this is upright, and that's clarified by the card Trust. So the Hangman, this card upright means like, also, you know, it can mean like you're feeling stuck, you know, because he's got his hands tied behind his back and his leg tied up there, and you know, he may just feel stuck, like his hands are tied. Literally, your hands are tied. You don't know what to do. You don't really know what's going on, but he's in that position. You see, he's got like this yellow little this yellow light around his head. Is for illumination, like learning what you need to learn. Like you feel stuck, you feel like you can't move in maybe someplace in your life, and it's for illumination. It's for your own good, honestly. And if it's clarified by the card Trust, I feel like just trust in the universe with what's happening right now. If you feel like you're stuck and you can't move, and you want to know how you can get out of this situation, trust that the answers will come. And before, when you know this Ace of Swords with this emergence, this is the answers. They're gonna come. They are going to come. Trust me. The universe is going to give you the answers, or going to deliver to you whatever you're looking for in order to get out of that situation. But it's a time to just reflect and gather the answers that you need, you know. And maybe it's uncomfortable. That guy doesn't look comfortable. It's the uncomfortable stage, but just trust that those answers will come. I feel like it's just reiterating what I said before. And for some of you, I just feel like you are taking some time out to yourself. You're just taking some time out to just try to get those answers, to try to figure out like what the fuck is really going on here, you know. And the answers will come. Whatever is going on in your life right now that you feel like is like, what can I do? I feel trapped. Like, what, you know, you feel like your back is against the wall. You feel like, you know, you cornered up. Like, trust that the universe is going to deliver answers to you. Okay, so the next card that I have for you guys is the Nine of Cups upright, and that's clarified by the card Cooperation. So the Nine of Cups upright is like having, like, it's like your dreams fulfilled card, like having everything and everything that you've ever dreamed of literally like fulfilled. Like, you know, if you were to think about like, how would my life be like if I had everything that I wanted? Like, literally, like everything that I wanted, like the house that I wanted, or the car that I wanted, or the relationship that I wanted, or the family life that I wanted, or just everything. Because the cups are, you know, emotions, and that is like being emotionally fulfilled. And that guy looks really happy and satisfied as fuck. Like, he's got his hands crossed. Like, he's very happy. The next card pretty much is the Ten of Cups, when it's like you and someone else sharing that together. But individually, this is having everything that you've ever wished for. It's like the wishes fulfilled card. And I feel like some of you guys, you need to know that like this is possible. This is actually really fucking possible. You can actually have everything that you've ever wished for, and all at once. Not even in different sections of life, like seriously all at once. These aren't like separated. They're all together all at one time. He's very happy, content, satisfied. This is just like when shit is just going great in your life. You're like, I really don't have no complaints. Shit's going good. I like the way everything is going right now. I really wouldn't change anything if I could. And it's pretty much, when it's clarified by this Cooperation card, I feel like the universe is trying to tell you, like, you can have everything that you want. You really can. But you need to be willing to cooperate with the universe in order to have that. And so what I mean is like, the universe is basically going to ask you to do some things. Like, in order to get some things, you have to do some things. You know, so like you can have everything that you wish for, but you can't have everything that you wish for if you won't let go of those bad habits. You know, like this is what I was talking about, you know, letting go of things that no longer serve you. If you're not willing to let go of things that no longer serve you, if you're not willing to put yourself out on a limb and take a risk and make yourself vulnerable for what you want to do in life, if you're not willing to go after what you want, if you're not willing to change your behaviors, like you can't have everything that you wish for. The universe is saying, like, if you cooperate with me, yes, I will deliver everything that you want. Everything that you want. But you have to let some things go first. You have to let some things go. You have to make some sacrifices. Sacrifices are required for everything in life. Like, you have to let go of things to get other things. But when you do let go, you get something better. And a lot of times, not just better, like, okay, I wanted that. Like, you get something that you never even thought that you could have. You get something even better than what you thought you could even imagine, basically. So I feel like the universe is just like, I just need you to cooperate with me. I need you to meet me halfway. The universe wants you to meet it halfway. But whatever that you're trying to, whatever you desire, if it's love, if it's money, if it's material things, whatever it is, you need to meet the universe halfway. If you can cooperate, you can have it. If you're willing to go for it, if you're willing to put in the work for it, you can have it, is basically what I'm saying. And then that's also, you know, the next card, you know, it kind of ties into the next card because it's the Page of Pentacles, and it's clarified by the card of Assertiveness. So I'm just looking over here because I have my laptop and I like looked up the definitions of the words, so that way I can have like a better understanding of what they mean. So the Page of Pentacles is like, you know, it's like a person who is focused on something. Focused on something they value. Like the way that this guy is looking at this pentacle, like it's just, that's the only thing that matters in the world right now. Like pretty much other things don't exist. This is what matters. He's very focused on it. He cares about it, you know. I feel like this is something in your life. Something that you are very, very focused on. You've been thinking about a lot, regardless of what it is. If it's a person, or if it's money, or if it's a job, or whatever it is. You've been focused and you've been thinking about it. But the Page of Pentacles is not really an action-oriented card. It's just focusing on it. The Knight is the actual putting into movement and taking action. The Page is just the page. You know, it is actually focusing on it. Before, you can just go take action on something. You got to think about it first, right? You know, you have to think about it. You have to think about what you want to do. He plans out things. They're very methodical. Like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. You know, he thinks about things before he does it. And with the Assertiveness card, I just feel like it's time to assert yourself for the things that you want. Whatever this thing is to you, it's time to be assertive. Literally, it's like being bold and courageous and moving towards what you actually want. And actually like taking action towards it. Because I feel like you've been thinking about it for a while. The person or the thing or whatever it is. But you haven't really been taking any action towards it. And I feel like that just ties in, like I said, to the last card. You can have what you want, but you need to be willing to do stuff for it. Or do something for it. So yeah, whatever this is, I just feel like start taking some action. The universe, I feel like, really wants you to know in this reading, like, this shit is not finna fall into your lap. You need to take some action. I will give this to you, but you do need to do something for it. Not just concentrate on it and wish real hard like that it's gonna come to you. Like, actually do something for it. You know, that male and female energy, that is what causes things to manifest. Not only just fantasizing or visualizing or dreaming about it or thinking about it and feeling how it feels, but it's also taking action. Both of those go hand in hand to manifesting. Okay, so the next card that I have for you guys is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And that's clarified by both of these cards. If I can get them. Understanding and honesty. That's funny. These are like the same color schemes. That's pretty cool. But the Wheel of Fortune, when it's in reverse, talks about how you may feel like your world is kind of upside down right now, or you feel unfortunate. Like it's literally the wheel of fortune. Like this is feeling fortunate and lucky and feeling like things are turning in your favor, and then when it's in reverse, it's feeling like things are not working out for me. I don't understand why I'm getting the shit end of the stick all the time. Like I don't really understand why my life is this way. And I feel like also, to just something to note with this card, these little like characters on here, this is, I believe, let me see. I think this is Aquarius, this is Scorpio, this is Taurus, and this is Leo. They're all the 4 fixed signs. I can't remember specifically which one is Aquarius and which one is Scorpio. But these are all the 4 fixed signs of the zodiac. And fixed means like fixed. Like when you fix something, it's done. It's finished. It does not move. It does not budge. You could be stubborn. You know, a lot of times, because even I'm a Taurus, and you know, even we can be fixed. We are a fixed sign too, and we can be stuck in our ways and stubborn to the point that, you know, it doesn't help us anymore. Because it's all good to be loyal to people and to be someone that people can count on and all those things that fixed signs bring to the table. But it's also like the other spectrum of the fixed sign is that you can just like literally not move when you're supposed to move, or literally allow people to take advantage of your loyalty and, you know, things of that nature. Like, you know, it could be used to your detriment too. And I just feel like some of you guys feel like, why is shit not changing for me? And clarified by the honesty and understanding card, I mean, it's time to be honest about what's been going on with you. What have you been doing? Have you been doing anything different to get a different result? And it's time to be understanding of your situation and yourself. Understand why. Understand that things haven't been changing if you haven't been doing anything differently, for one. Understand that you're where you're at for a reason, because the universe is trying to teach you something. It's always a lesson. Everything that happens to you is a lesson. And just be honest with yourself, like, you know, instead of feeling like, oh, like, you know, why is this shit happening to me, and feeling all down and feeling like the universe basically doesn't give a fuck about you, which is completely untrue. But instead of feeling that way, it's time to be like, okay, well, you know, maybe there's a lesson. Maybe there's something that I'm not doing that I'm supposed to be doing, you know, to change the situation. And yes, that's going to cause you to get uncomfortable, because fixed signs are fixed. You know, they don't want to be moved. We're comfortable. We can get set in our ways. But it's time for you to get uncomfortable. And if you really want to know why things haven't been changing, you know, you don't have to just take it from me. You could ask the universe. You could, like I said before, you can pray to whatever you believe in as a higher power. You can, you know, just ask, why is this happening to me? And trust me, you will get your answers. But I think it's time for you guys to be honest and understanding about your situation, why you're in your situation, and what could you do to get out of it. Because I think that maybe you just think it's going to magically turn around like this. And like, you know, throughout this reading, I just feel like you guys want things. Some of you want things, but you're not willing to really let go of things or do what you got to do to get them. And I think it's just time for you to do that. Okay, so the next card that I have for you guys is the... This is the Eight of Swords? Yeah, the Eight of Swords upright, and that's clarified by the card Magnificence. This is so blurry. Okay, so the Eight of Swords upright is the card that talks about self-imposed restriction. So this is a lady, and she basically has like these swords around her. Like, it's, you know, the swords are mental, so she feels mentally trapped. And she's got like this little bandage thing around her. It's very loose though, if you look at it. It's not very tight. She can actually like pull her arms out and like get out of the thing. And the swords aren't like even around her enough to even like make a trap. They're just like all spread out. Like you can definitely fit through those, or definitely go around them, or just walk forward. You know, it's self-imposed. I feel like definitely this is some of you. This has been you holding yourself back. You've been feeling trapped and you've been feeling stuck in the mind, and you're not stuck. You can get out of this situation. Yes, it's going to cause you to be uncomfortable, but aren't you uncomfortable like this? Aren't you uncomfortable in your situation now? Would you rather be uncomfortable and then know that that uncomfortability is going to bring the change that you want? Or would you rather just be uncomfortable and hope that something's going to change? Because I definitely feel like you guys have been, when it's clarified by the card magnificence, I looked up that word too, and it means literally like your greatness, basically. Your spectacularness, your splendidness, your elegance, your beauty, whatever it is. It's you and your greatness. You're holding yourself back from your magnificence. Magnificence. That's a weird word to say. But you've been holding yourself back is what the universe is trying to tell you. Like, I'm not really putting anything in your way that's stopping you. You're stopping you. You're holding yourself back from greatness because you don't want to change, or because you don't want to do something, or because you don't want to let go. And it's time to realize, like, you can get out, and it's an easy get out of it. It's not like a hard, you got to fight a fucking dragon or anything like that. You can get out of it easily if you're willing to make the changes. Like what I said with this. You can have what you want. You have to cooperate with the universe. I just feel like a lot of you are just feeling like you're feeling trapped, but you're not trapped. You just are in a stage right now, and everybody goes through it, you know. Everybody feels this way at some point. Like, what's going on with me? I don't understand why this is happening to me. You know, you feel bad for yourself, and you feel like basically the universe is coming down on your ass, and it's just like, it feels shitty. But the universe is trying to teach you something. And it's also trying to tell you that I will give you whatever you want if you're willing to do what I ask of you. And the doing of what I ask of you may be a little hard, but like I said, would you rather go through a hard time and stay where you're at, or go through a hard time and get to where you want to be? So the next card that I have for you guys is the Three of Cups in reverse. And it's clarified by the two cards, versatility and results. So the Three of Cups upright is like celebration, celebrating with your friends and family. Sometimes it means like actually drinking, like, you know, having a drink, alcohol, beer, whatever, you know. But it's like celebrating something, celebrating accomplishments. Emotionally, sharing your emotions with people that you care about, your friends or your family or whoever you care about. What else is it? Sometimes it's third-party situations. These are three people who are emotionally connected, you know. But it's pretty much just like emotionally sharing yourself with other people, you know, sharing your emotions with other people, celebrating, stuff like that. So when it's in reverse, I feel like when it's in reverse and it's clarified by the results and versatility card, I feel like definitely if this is a love situation and you know you're in a third party situation, or you know something don't feel right, this is like, you know, getting out of it, getting out of that, you know. And I feel like you're going to see results when you get yourself away from this situation. When you untie yourself from this situation, you're going to see results. You're going to get the answers or the outcome, some kind of answers or outcome that you've been looking for. But you need to first separate yourself from this. Because obviously, like, you know, I'm pretty sure you don't want to be in that situation. But, like, yeah, it's just going to be, like, some kind of, like, conclusion. Some kind of something is going to happen once you walk away from this situation. I promise. I've walked away from this situation before, and a lot of fucking conclusions came up. A lot of epiphanies, a lot of answers, a lot of things. But first, you got to, like, untie yourself from the situation, because, like, if you're in the situation, you can't really see it clearly because you're in it, you know? Like, once you walk away from it, then you can kind of like look at it from afar and be like, oh yeah, like, fuck, I was stupid as fuck. Like, I probably shouldn't have been doing that, you know? Or like, oh my God, like, you know, you can look at it. It's just like a past situation when you're just like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that, or I can't believe I was dumb enough to whatever. But really, no one's dumb or anything like that. It's just, we all have those moments. It's just shit you gotta go through to learn what you gotta learn. For some of you, I feel like you might like always like celebrate, like do a lot of partying, a lot of drinking, like always out with your friends, like, you know, I guess you kind of looking for that to emotionally fulfill you, and it's not working. Like, you know, you go out every weekend. I mean, I don't think there's nothing like necessarily wrong with going out every weekend, but I feel like if that doesn't make you actually happy, like, what are you going out every weekend for? Are you going out every weekend because you think that's gonna make you happy, or like, you know, for validation from people, for like attention? Like, why are you doing it? It just depends on why you're doing it. Does it really make you happy? Because I feel like some of you guys are like, you just party a lot, you go out a lot, you do a lot of shit with your friends, you drink a lot, and the versatility when it's clarified with the versatility card, I feel like if you switch up what you do, you'll get some different results. If you would take some time, this also means like, you know, not doing these things and being to yourself. If you would take some time to yourself, not always be around other people. And I know just personally from the Leos that I know, that Leo can sometimes have a problem with this, because you do like attention and you guys do get attention, but sometimes you don't want to spend no time by yourself. You like being around other people, and sometimes you feel like that validates you. But I feel like if you would spend some time by yourself, you would get some answers or some different results. Because maybe you're seeking it in the way of like, you know, going out a lot and drinking a lot. And I'm only saying this to the people who it's like, you know you. And you know, you just got to be honest. Like, is going out all the time, is drinking all the time, is partying all the time, is it satisfying you still? Because at some point, yes, like I did the same thing. Yes, it was satisfying. And then at another point, it got old as fuck. I didn't want to do it. It does not appease me no more. So I just feel like for some of you, it doesn't. To be honest, for some of you, it doesn't appease you anymore. And you just need to go be by yourself. Be by yourself and you'll find what you're looking for. And for others of you, I feel like since it's the spring equinox, by the way, in the springtime, it's like when we planted seeds in the fall and the winter of last year, or even the beginning of this year, the springtime is when things come to fruition. Like, you literally start to see results from the seeds that you planted. I feel like some of you, either the seeds that you planted is whatever you've been focusing your time and energy on. And some of you have been focusing your time and energy on the wrong shit. And now you do not feel like there's any kind of reason to celebrate. You don't feel very happy, like you can share your happy emotions with people, because you're like, the things that I see that came to fruition are shitty. Because you were focusing your energy and time on the wrong things, basically. And I feel like with the versatility and results card, if you change it up, if you switch it up, what you focus your energy and time on, you'll see the results that you want to. You'll see, and you'll have a reason to celebrate with people, and you'll have a reason to feel accomplished and everything. But I think like some of you just don't feel that way. To be honest, right now, you don't feel that way, because the seeds that you've been planting and what you've been nurturing, what you've been putting your time and energy into, have not been very fruitful. And I guess it's just really a lesson from the universe to tell you, like, okay, well, now that you see that this isn't working out, or this isn't the results that you want, put your time and energy into things that you do want to grow, and you will see the results from that. Okay, so the last card that I have for you guys is the Seven of Wands upright. And it's clarified by the cards enjoyment and vulnerability. Oh my gosh, why can't I talk today? Enjoyment and vulnerability. You know what? If I can't say that right, I don't care, because I'm not saying it again. So, the Seven of Wands card upright is like, it's a person like defending themselves from the opinions of other people, defending themselves from whatever it may be. But in general, I feel like this person is they've attained some kind of like status or success or something, and now they feel like they have to fight to stay in that place because of like what other people think, or you basically just have competition. So I definitely feel like some of you have been putting in the work for something. You've put yourself in a space or a place of achievement, like, you know, of a higher status than what you were before. And now I feel like there are people, especially if this is a work situation or a career situation, it may be a love situation, you know, but I'm more so getting like a work or career situation. You've worked hard for it, and now you're up here, and now you feel like people are just like trying to take you down, basically. They're trying to, you know, demean you, or, you know, talk shit about you, or whatever they have to say. And with enjoyment and vulnerability, I feel like you, in order to be successful, you have to make yourself vulnerable. It's vulnerable, like, to positive things and not so positive things. Yes, you can get recognition, and people, you know, can congratulate you, and you can get all kinds of accolades and things like that. But also, people are going to talk. You're out there now. You're out there. You're known. People can say things about your life. They can comment on you and how they feel like you should have did something different. Or they can try to bring you down because you have competition, because they want to be in your spot. Like, you did what you had to do to get here. And now you're like, no, back the fuck up. Like, I deserve to be here. I did what the fuck. I paid my dues. Now, I don't have time for this shit, basically. And I feel like now you're kind of maybe seeing the other side of being vulnerable, of like putting yourself out there. And maybe, yes, you have attained success and stuff, but you have also now been exposed to other people's opinions and the other side of success, you know? But when it's clarified by the enjoyment card, I feel like this is what the universe is trying to tell you, Leo. You deserve to be here because you did what you had to do to get there. And there's people who may feel like you don't deserve to be there, who may want to take your spot, who have whatever they got to say about whatever. But enjoyment card is literally like laughing it off, like being, you know, enjoying it. It's like amusement, literally. Like, instead of taking it personally and feeling attacked and stuff, just understand that, like, those people are not at your level mentally. Like, they don't understand what you had to do to get here, and a lot of people just don't understand. They have opinions about shit, and they don't know the whole facts about everything. It's like what I was talking about earlier with that Eight of Wands and release and empathy. A lot of people's got a lot of opinions about your life, but the only person that's living your life is you, and the only opinion that matters is yours. And it's basically saying, instead of being upset and feeling like stressed out about, like, you know, people basically attacking your character, actually find it amusing. You know, have you ever had a time where, you know, like, basically somebody like had you fucked up and you were just like, what? Like, you actually started laughing. Like, instead of getting mad, you're like, what the fuck is wrong with this person? Like, seriously? Are they serious? Like, you start laughing because, like, you think it's funny. You're like, what? You don't even know me. Like, you don't even understand what I had to do to get here. Like, you know, just laugh it off. Like, you know, you got here. This is higher. Your wand is higher than theirs. That means you're up, basically. No one will ever try to bring you down unless you're up. Remember that. You can't get brought down unless you're up. So people who are trying to attack your character or whatever, you know, they're trying to do to you, They only are trying to do this because you're up, Leo. You're up there. You have the success. You have whatever you want. You've gained it. And now people are trying to attack you because of it. But yeah, Leo, basically it's like you should look at it and laugh at it. Like, just find some enjoyment out of it. That's the best way to go about it. Instead of being pissed off about it or whatever, find some enjoyment. Like, really, you guys are actually kind of funny, because I don't know what the fuck would make you think that I'm about to just step the fuck down or lose what the fuck I worked for. You know, just find some enjoyment in it instead of being upset at it. People, like I said, only try to bring you down when you're up. So that you should be happy that you're up. You made it somewhere. You did something. You've accomplished something. And stick with that. Don't let people's low vibrational thoughts or opinions or anything get you down. Because you deserve to be where you're at. Okay, so I'm going to pull one last card for you guys to kind of tie everything all together. Just to kind of like reiterate what I was talking about, or just make sense of this whole reading. Okay. So, give me 1 second. I usually read out of the book because these are new cards for me. These are the chakra, oh my gosh. These are the Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards, by the way. So the card that fell out for you guys is the Rejection card. It's in reverse. But yeah, there's pretty much a guy here. There's like a little story behind the card, so let me just read it for you. If I can find it. Okay, so this card talks about an artist that was summoned for jury duty, but they wouldn't use him. He doesn't fit the concept of what a juror should be. He paints pictures no one understands. He lives alone. He lives alone. Oh my gosh. Alones. They want somebody who will put himself in another guy's place, but he will never do that. He doesn't get mixed up with anyone or anything. They honor his individuality when they invite him, yet when he appears, they reject it by not using him. It says, you don't have to be on the inside track. Be true to yourself and you will not be unhappy. Rejection is spirit's protection. Have you guys ever heard that? Rejection is God's protection? It's definitely true. It says, am I working with or against my environment? What is the purpose of my present solitude? And then this card talks about others' approval, unsupportive environment, working alone, arrival of a teacher, protection, exclusion, development. So I definitely feel like for some of you, you may be feeling like rejected from the people around you. Like maybe it's your city, your town, whoever, like your work situation, wherever environment that you are, you may feel like people don't understand you, like you don't quite blend in with the crowd around you, or like I said, like people just have a lot of opinions and things about like you and what you're doing right now. And I just feel like it doesn't matter about those people's opinion. It doesn't matter that they reject you. Like you don't fit in with those people for a reason, because you're not supposed to fit in with them. You have a different mindset from them. You're going in a whole different direction than them. Why would you fit in with them? Why would that work, you know? Yeah, I just feel like some of you guys, you've been spending a lot of alone time, like with yourself. You've been alone a lot. Or you've been having a lot of alone time, basically. And maybe just because you just feel like you just don't fit in your environment. You just don't fit in at work. You just don't fit in like with the friends or the people or the environments that you used to, and you're taking some time out to figure out what's like, where do you fit in? You know, basically when I was saying in the beginning of the reading, like you're trying to find the answers to whatever is going on with you currently. I feel like for some of you, this is it. Like, you know, why am I here if I'm not being supported, you know? Why am I here in this place if I'm not being supported? But it's only for your protection. If people aren't accepting you the way that you are, that's those people. You just stay true to who you are, and you'll be exactly where you want to be. You will be happy. And I think that might be a part of some of you guys feeling like your situation's not turning around because you keep on doing the same things, trying to fit in with people. And even like in the beginning with the Eight of Cups, like wanting what you want just so that you can get the approval from people. Like you're like, oh, if I had this and if I had that, people would like me. You know, people will respect me or whatever. And it's not about that. It's about just being yourself. It's about wanting the things that come from the material things, but having them already inside, you know, already accepting yourself, already feeling valued, already feeling a purpose, already feeling rich, already feeling successful. Because I just feel like, yeah, you might just be around a lot of superficial people right now, and that sucks. I've been in that situation a lot, feeling like I'm the outside person and having to feel alone, or like I don't want to go to any events, I don't want to do anything with any of these people because they don't understand me. But it's all for you to like get to know you better, and then to, you know, get you to be around people who do understand you, get you to value yourself. And it is sometimes hard, you know, when you're used to that outside validation ever since you were a fucking kid. You know, that's how our society is. You're used to that outside validation from people. But now it's time to find the inside validation, because those things will come. When you find it in the inside, it will come up on the outside. Anything that you feel in the inside will manifest on the outside. So I think this is, you know, spirit, God, universe, whatever you want to call it, their way of trying to get you to seek that from the inside and then give it to you on the outside. But the right way, not the superficial, you know, way that we've grown up and learned. Okay, so that's all I have for you guys. I really hope that you enjoyed this reading and that you got, you know, some information from here that you were looking for. Please don't forget to like and share. Oh my gosh. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Also leave some comments below, like tell me how this relates to you. Like, you know, don't be afraid, share with me or share with other people. I'd like to see how I helped you, or I'd like to see how this relates to you. But other people, you know, they might be going through the same situation, so it helps for you to talk about it. If you want to follow me like on social media, I have my links in the description box below, as well as a donation link if you want to donate to this channel. If it resonates with you and you'd like a personal reading, that also, my email's linked in the description box below. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys. So until next time, love and light to you all. Bye.